Good morning, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Now, a couple of weeks ago I said that I would do a flat tour video because last month I moved into a new flat with my friend Davith. That's spelt D-A-F-Y-D-D in case anyone was wondering. It's basically the Welsh equivalent of David. We've been here for a month, got settled in nicely, and that's what this video is going to be. It's just a quick tour of the place that I'm living now because for some reason people are interested in that sort of thing. So I currently live near Cardiff Bay, which isn't the most convenient place to live in terms of getting into the centre of town or going to work or anything like that, but it is really nice down here. And me and Dav were both kind of mutually sick of living in horrible student houses where the walls are mouldy and the place perpetually smells weird. Like, we just wanted to move to like a nice, fairly modern flat somewhere in a nice area, so it's basically what we've done. So let's start at the logical place in the hallway. This isn't going to be particularly interesting, by the way. Like, it's just a pretty normal 2-bedroom flat that I live in. There's nothing particularly special about it, but yeah, the hallway. So this is our door. It's a pretty standard door, really. Nothing particularly special about it. There is a peephole, but it's really misted up, so you can't really see anything useful through it anyway. Coming away from the door, we've got a storage cupboard here, which is just a fairly normal storage cupboard, really. There are boxes and a whole load of crap in there. And then across from the storage cupboard, you have my room, which is here. So I just opened this up. But yeah, this is my room. This is where it all happens, I suppose. It's really small. So if you saw my moving house vlog from last year, you'll know that I had a really massive room in the old house that I was in. And I've had to try and adapt and downsize all of my stuff to fit into this room because, well, it's a perfectly good sized bedroom. I have so much stuff, like all of my studio equipment, and then I got all my records and everything, which thankfully are in the living room now because me and Dav both like listening to them. I think I've done an okay job. So I've got like my studio and everything laid out here, which I will probably go into a more detailed studio tour at some point. I've already done a studio tour once, but it was like a year and a half ago, and I've got a lot of other stuff now and I've changed my setup quite a bit, so I might do that in the future, I don't know. So that's the studio. It's a bit chaotic at the moment because I am currently working on something, and then that's basically it. It's just a studio and then a bed, and I do thankfully have enough space in between the bed and the studio to like sit. I was worried I'd end up sitting on the edge of my bed when I was working on stuff, but it's okay, it's all good. All my clothes and stuff is spread out along here, and then the soft boxes there, they've proved to be the most annoying thing since moving in. Obviously, they take up loads and loads of space, and you can fold them up if you wanted to, but the problem with that is that I make a video every week, and it's quite a hassle to like unpack them and put them away somewhere, only to like have to repeat that whole process every single time I shoot a video, and it's just really annoying, so I end up just keeping them out all the time. But it does mean that this little walkway is basically obstructed. Now I'm sure you've noticed that there's a very large window there and a balcony, and I'll show you that later. That's actually one of the coolest features of this place, but I'll show you that in a bit. So this is the rest of my room. It's kind of just nothingy. You've got my massive pile of shoes there because I haven't been bothered to buy a shoe rack yet. This is my bathroom, which is nothing special. It's kind of like a hotel bathroom because there are no actual windows. Everything is sort of organized around like that. Anyway, let's move out of the bathroom and go back to the hallway. I've got my like mountain of jackets, dressing gowns, bags, coats. There's even my umbrella up there as well on the back of this door, so I gotta like struggle to find where the actual handle is. But if we come out of my room now, this is Dav's bathroom. I mean, this is technically the kind of the master bathroom of the whole place, very similar to the previous one, as you can see. But because there are only 2 of us living here, and I have the ensuite, so this is basically just Dav's bathroom, I never really have any reason to come in here. He's got the bathtub though, which is nice. Anyway, moving along from the bathroom, Dav's room is in there, but I'm not going to show you that because it's his space. And then this is the main living room, and this is basically like the best room in the whole house in my opinion. It's basically just a fairly standard open plan living room. I've got, you know, 2 sofas here, which is nice. Television there, that's Dav's guitar and amp, and then that is obviously the best thing in this whole house. This is my record setup. You see I've got the Shawshank Redemption there, which is one of my favourite film scores ever, and it's by one of my favourite film score composers, Thomas Newman. If you haven't listened to it, listen to that record, it's amazing. And then round from that we've got the kitchen. So it's open plan, so the kitchen basically just leads straight on into the rest of the living room. It's just a really nice space. I love spending time here, and me and Dav, we're often socializing in here together. I find that when you're in a student house, it's quite often the case that you won't necessarily interact with the people that you live with all that much. I mean, I was very lucky in that I got on really well with all of my housemates, but if you live in a student house, you'll only ever really interact with people if you have to, and I know lots of people that will just stay in their rooms the whole time, only talk to people if they're both in the kitchen at the same time. And it's nice that me and Dav are like really, really good friends, and we can just come in here and chill and watch films and cook food and stuff together. We're basically a bit of a couple now. It's been joked about already that we're a couple, but we're not, so it's fine. Now I'm going to show you the balcony, which is definitely one of the best aspects of this place for me anyway. Me and Dav, we both really, really wanted to live somewhere that had a balcony. It's quite important for someone with some of my habits to have an outdoor space that they can go to. And also we just wanted somewhere that you could, you know, sit outside and have a chat, especially if we're in a flat, it gets really hot. So knowing that you could go outside instead of having to go all the way down to the bottom of the building and then come out there was really good. And balconies are great, like who doesn't love a balcony? So I'll show you the balcony now. So this is our general view. Hopefully you can hear me and it's not too windy. Over there you can actually see a little bit of the water just there, and then if I zoom this in, that little building there is the Millennium Centre. So it's an amazing piece of architecture that we've got in Cardiff. So that is the balcony. Now I said that there was something interesting about it, and the thing about this place is that the balcony isn't just one small area, it basically extends along the whole of the flat. So this is the living room that we have just come out of, and then tables and chairs there, and then if we just walk along like this, we've got Dav's room in there, and then I walk along again, this is my room. So I can just pull this open and just get straight back into my room like that. Anyway, that's the flat. Like I said, it's nothing particularly interesting. I think the most interesting thing about it is the balcony, and it's just a f***ing balcony, so that's not particularly interesting either. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this and maybe found it interesting for one reason or another. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions or comments about the place at all. I don't know why you would, but let me know. Cardiff Bay is a very, very nice place to live, so if you're thinking of moving here, do it, it's lovely. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed this. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you very soon.